What up, homies? Welcome to the second episode of our Elroy and the Aliens playthrough. After finding that hidden message from our dad last time, today we'll dive into chapter 2 and get to detecting. We meet Peggy in her office and she's already done some research on the year our dad disappeared. We need to find a secret location in the desert, which is apparently along the only train route that's running through there. Problem is, there seems to be some conspiracy going on around the corresponding train station because people are real dodgy with that topic. So it's pointy, clicky, combiney, talky, puzzly, combinati time in here. By the way, I also heard that there's some super secret clue just behind that subscribe button down there, but it will only activate when we get to 250 subs by the end of the year, and I can click it myself, so thanks for coming by, homies, and enjoy episode 2. Slope City News. Sierra's junkyard. I wonder if I can show Sierra the thing.
No time for that now.
Oh, never mind.
I need to go see Miss Wolf at Slope City News.
All right. Damn.
You made it.
Hi.
Listen, I wanted to apologize for earlier. I got a little excited, but I can't imagine how you must be feeling right now.
That's all right. It's been 18 years. But I think I'm ready to find out what really happened to my dad.
You sure you're okay? We can give it a few days.
No, yeah, I'm sure. Let's do this. Here, I brought the book.
Oh, damn. Legend of the Honey Pentagon. I actually can interact with it. Oh, damn. Puzzle time. All right. And reading time. This is a reading channel. So here, wait. Do I read this?
So Hani means
Okay.
pine tree in the Karis language.
Yeah, looks like it. I was doing some reading, and Karis is considered a language isolate now. Although it used to be grouped together with other languages, like Hokansuan, Wichita, Siouan, Yuchi, Caddoan, and Iroquoian, I think.
Are these all Native American languages? I think so, right? So I'm going to read that here. I clicked this to make sure that they don't read that for me. All right. So, reading channel. In Karis, a language spoken by Karis Pueblo people in New Mexico, Hani essentially means pine tree. It is believed that the ancient Ryongi society used large pine tree-shaped objects in their religious worship. Pine tree-shaped objects. No item or place of such kind was ever found in the desert, but cave drawings and artifacts from that era indicate the existence of an important place of religious worship and divination. Archaeologists also found numerous clay tablets with symbols, and some believe that the symbols represent a writing system like an abjad or even an alphabet. After careful study and with help from linguists Dr. Lee and Dr. Kankar, I have been able to decipher 15 of these symbols. So we got this happy dude, this is a U. We got the worm with a big head is a G. The equal sign, the straight equal sign an E. The crooked equal sign a Y. This weird percent sign an R. The goal is an L. The whatever you can see. Right? So we got U, G, E, Y, R, L, D, I, O, and 1 through 6. Nice number system. And it stops at 5 and then goes to 6. With the number of circles here. All right. Next page. Oh yeah. What exactly is the Hani Pentagon? I believe that it might be the most important archaeological discovery ever found in North America. Everything we have uncovered so far indicates that it should lie somewhere deep in the desert around San Gallardo Valley. Due to the vast distances and difficult terrain, all searches have so far been unsuccessful. However, I believe that with sufficient funding and a capable team, the Hani Pentagon can be finally found. Based on decades of research, I am convinced that the Hani Pentagon contains not only unprecedented archaeological value, but also a powerful ancient device with an unknown, but based on all evidence pointing to it, extraordinarily significant function. Why was the Hani Pentagon so important to Ryongi society? Who had built it? What was its purpose? Some of the Ryongi tablets we have uncovered over the past several years are made from an incredibly durable material of unknown origin. It seems completely resistant to erosion and environmental. We're gonna see what they have to say about this page.
To think that the biggest mystery of our time could be hidden inside the San Gallardo Valley.
It's a big valley with a lot of desert.
Do I have to find what to click, or is it just on the page? Okay, we gotta click the specific thing inside of the text. So, Ryongi Society.
What do you know about these Ryongi?
Nobody really knows who they were. They seem to appear in a certain moment in history without clear continuity.
This already screams alien, right? So, it seems completely resistant to erosion and environmental factors, because no equivalent material or technology that could produce this material is known to exist in the world. Some of my colleagues have begun speculating whether its origins could possibly be extraterrestrial. Were they brought to Earth on a spaceship? A meteorite? Like how he starts with spaceship. So the most logical solution is a spaceship, not meteorite like everything else on Earth. No, a spaceship. Was the Honey Pentagon some kind of conduit to another world? This is all pure speculation, of course, but based on everything we know so far, the magnitude of uncovering the secret of the Honey Pentagon could be momentous. For thousands of years, this incredible mystery has laid hidden right under our noses. Dozens of archaeologists have toiled over the century to uncover the clues that will eventually lead us to its discovery. After all these years, we finally have sufficient data to support an all-out expedition effort. Whether the Ryongi are our ancestors or visitors from a faraway land, it is our destiny to uncover their secret and complete the circle of history. And there's coordinates here right under this weird stain. What can I click here? Aliens?
Do you think it's possible that there's an extraterrestrial connection here?
I always thought the alien theory was a bit far-fetched, but after seeing your dad's message, I'm not so sure.
And inscriptions underneath this dirt.
There, those numbers.
It looks like a coordinate. 34.0584 degrees north.
Wait, isn't there supposed to be a second number?
Oh.
Oh, what?
Oh, must have gotten some rocket fuel on it. Well, we have the latitude at least. Do you have a map? And a pencil?
Let me check. There should be pencils in the cup behind you.
34.0584 degrees north. This means the location is somewhere along this horizontal line. Shoot, that's literally hundreds of miles of desert. This is pointless. We'll never be able to search that whole area.
Wait, I might have some clues to narrow it down. I've been looking through our database for news from 1975, when your father disappeared, trying to spot anything weird, anything that stands out. And there are 3 things.
I like how he grabbed 3 pencils. Damn, this is a nice database. So you got data. Okay, this is the whole 1975, right? Yeah. Okay, so we got February, March, and November that you found something interesting.
Zarya Wunderbrust died in an accident in 1975.
Wait, Zarya? That sounds familiar. I remember my neighbor Mrs. Kandinsky talking about her. I think she used to date Mayor Wunderbrust.
Maybe you should go talk to her again.
Cool information. Reading. Zarya Wunderbrust dies in tragic accidents. Not accidents. It is with great sadness that we must report the tragic loss of Zarya Wunderbrust, the wife of Cyril Wunderbrust, CEO of Wunderbrust Industries. The police report that Mrs. Wunderbrust lost her life on May 24th after falling from the Wunderbrust Tower rooftop due to some kind of electrical failure. May 24th? Isn't this... Aren't we in the February entry? Weird. Falling from the Wunderbrust Tower... 24th after falling from the Wunderbrust Tower rooftop due to some kind of electrical failure. Witnesses saw Mr. Wunderbrust leave the scene visibly shaken. Like most citizens of Slope City that night, Mr. and Mrs. Wunderbrust were observing the lunar eclipse. The staff of the Slope City News would like to extend their sincere condolences to Mr. Wunderbrust and Mrs. Wunderbrust's family. Blood Moon Festival. So it's the same time, or it's the same event that's happening right now. On May 24th and 25th, a total lunar eclipse could be seen from Slope City. This was the first blood moon since 1971, and the city celebrated it with a festival held in Park Square. Mayor Jones addressed the 100-strong crowd shortly after the eclipse, saying that to move forward, we must look up. Soyuz 17 returns to Earth. On February 9th, the Soviet space mission carrying cosmonauts Alexei Gubarev and Georgy Grechko safely returned to Earth near Zelenograd in Kazakhstan. The purpose of the mission was docking with the Salyut 4 space station and completing various scientific and engineering objectives. The mission set a Soviet mission duration record of 29 days, surpassing the 23-day record set by the ill-fated Soyuz 2 crew aboard Salyut 1 in 1971. Cool.
Zarya Wunderbrust died in an accident in 1975.
Wait, Zarya?
Okay, we
I
had
remember
that.
my neighbor. I think.
Maybe you should go talk to...
Alright, so we can talk to our neighbor again. But this was the February entry. Did it
Zarya
say
Wunderbrust died in an
1974?
accident in 1975.
Wait,
No,
Zarya?
75.
That's
Okay,
not-
this is weird.
I think.
Maybe you should...
Weird. So she died here, but we already reported it in February. Huh? Okay, March.
Pompous Compass went out of business in 75.
Pompous what?
The Compass Company. It went bankrupt that same year. Apparently, there were hundreds of reports of compasses spinning uncontrollably around a certain area. Wait, you have got to be kidding me. Charles McGee was the founder and CEO?
You mean Space Blanket Charlie from Park Square?
Yup. You should go talk to him.
Is Space Blanket Charlie a homeless person? It sounds like a homeless person. Pompous Compass goes bust. After decades as the #1 compass manufacturer in America, Pompous Compass was finally forced to close its doors. Over the past several months, an increasing number of defects had plagued the company, which, due to its lifetime money-back guarantee policy, had to refund almost $1 million. Sources close to the company reported that its CEO, Charles McGee, was struggling to accept the situation and that he seemed generally unwell. Our sources have further reported that Mr. McGee had been reaching out to anti-government organizations, claiming that a larger conspiracy had caused his sudden fall from grace and that either the government or a larger financial player was behind it. Probably something to do with Wunderbrust. Slope City News also received a data disk from Mr. McGee, allegedly containing proof for his claims. Our technical team has reviewed Mr. McGee's data and could not find any inconclusive evidence of foul play. We wish Mr. McGee all the best in his further entrepreneurial endeavors. And we've got United Nations Day for Women's Rights and International Peace. On March 8th, the first United Nations Day for Women's Rights and International Peace was proclaimed on International Women's Day during the International Women's Year. Cool. And November 6th, 75.
This article is about a missing train station.
Train station?
The San Gallardo Express went from 13 stops to 12 that year.
Well, why is that significant?
It isn't in itself, but when I went to check where the missing station was, all information connected to it was redacted.
Like someone was covering it up?
Possibly. Maybe you can ask around Slope City Station, see what you can find out.
Cool. Punk rock. A peculiar new band called the Sex Pistols gave a concert in the United Kingdom on November 5th, opening for the headliners Bazooka Joe. Singer John Lydon, billed as Johnny Rotten, was backed by Glenn Matlock, Steve Jones, and Paul Cook in a performance at the St. Martin's School of Art. According to observers, the band was unexceptional musically aside from being extremely loud. They performed several cover songs, including The Who's Substitute, The Small Faces, What You Gonna Do About It, and Steppin' Stone, made famous by the Monkees. Before the rock band outfit could play the few original songs they had written to date, Bazooka Joe pulled the plugs as they saw their gear being thrashed. A brief physical altercation between members of the two bands took place on stage. Man, I'm just gonna blame it on the font, not on my reading skill. San Gallardo Express from 13 to 12 stations. What a weird event. According to sources at the Slope City Railway Station, the San Gallardo Express line, the only line connecting Slope City to the rest of the valley, will be reduced to 12 stations beginning next month. Sources at the mayor's office list public safety as the main reason for the announced reduction. Slope City News has so far not been able to find out which station is being cancelled. We will monitor the situation and keep you informed. What did they say about
This
that?
article is about a missing train station.
Train station?
The San Gallardo Express went from 13 stops to 12 that year.
Well, why is that significant?
It isn't in itself, but when I went to check where the missing station was, all information connected to it was redacted.
Like someone was covering it up?
Oh, yeah.
Possibly. Maybe you can ask around Slope City Station, see what you can find out.
All right, cool.
All right, got it. Go see Space Blanket Charlie, talk to Mrs. Kadinsky, and snoop around the train station. What about the crystal my dad mentioned?
Let me worry about that part. I'll be here trying to figure out a plan.
Cool.
My dad's book. I've never quite gotten around to reading it.
What the fuck? How? Is there more stuff we can click here? We got this printer back here.
Huh, an inkjet. Interesting choice. I would have thought a laser printer would be better for an office like this.
I try not to print a lot, saving the environment and all.
Here we go. Paperless.
Wundershake Tower, the seat of power in Slope City. Peggy Wolf, the journalist, and a fan of my dad's work. Hi.
Hey, Elroy.
Ask about the mission. What about the crystal? Why does she care? We know these two things. Why does she care?
Sorry, but I need to ask. How come you're helping me with all this? Especially after that whole disaster with my rocket.
Are you serious? Look, I'm a journalist, and I can recognize a good story when I see one. And this, my friend, is the story of a lifetime. Besides, I'm a nerd for all things archaeology, and especially the stuff your father was working on. I mean, the Hani Pentagon, a giant conspiracy involving the mayor of Slope City, the chance to find the famous Dr. DeLuna. There is no way I'm letting this go.
Do you think that my dad might really be alive?
It's possible, at least. And even if, and I'm not saying that's the case, but even if he's not, don't you want to know what happened to him?
I guess.
Okay, cool.
All right. Back to the grind.
The grind? How's that grind? Back to hustling. By the way, these symbols, we just read about them in this book. These are just numbers here, right? No, this was a letter. We've got a 1, we've got a this is a 6. I can't remember what this is. This is a 3, a 2, 4. This was some letter. This is a 5. And this was also a letter. Can I?
My dad's book.
I'm not allowed to read that, okay?
It's a message from Dad.
Okay.
A map of San Gallardo. We're looking for clues to my dad's dig site.
So this is the latitude, I think he said. Coordinate that we got somewhere in here. We gotta check. And probably along this train track. I assume it's here since the train track disappeared. And there's a whole lot of train track here between these two stations, and these others are not as far split apart. So that's my guess here. Anything else I can do on this map? I don't think so. All right. All right then. Let's head out and see where else we can go now. Train station, town square, and Wundershake Tower. I assume town square is where we meet Mr. McGee, right? Alright, he doesn't seem to be a hobo. Sorry, a homeless person. He sells space blankets and no signals. This is Zarya from Overwatch. He looks like... Oh, he's called Charlie. He looks like Charles McGill, and he's Charlie McGee. That has to be a reference from Better Call Saul. She's also wearing the space blanket. He looks kind of like him, and he's called Charlie McGee. I see what you're doing here. Painting.
I love the colors.
They actually are pretty cool. Who are you?
She seems pretty talented. Hi there.
What
Hi
up?
there. Happy Blood Moon Day.
Happy Blood Moon Day to you too.
Oh, damn. Ask about 1975? Ask about her art.
So, what are you painting?
The blood moon. You know, it's not just about the moon looking a little red. I want to capture the emotion, mystery, and the power of the spectacle we're going to experience tonight. You know, a lot of people believe that lunar eclipses are a sign of big changes coming.
Is that what you believe?
Well, if you think about it, for a few minutes, the Earth, we, will be positioned directly between the moon, which, as you know, has great influence over all sorts of things like tides, sleep patterns.
Werewolves?
No, but seriously, we'll be directly between the moon and the sun, which is basically the main source of energy for all life on this planet. The moon, yin, and the sun, yang. And us, directly in the middle. People back in the day believed all sorts of things about the eclipse, like a jaguar eating the moon, a demon drinking an elixir of immortality. Me, I think there's definitely some kind of power there. We may never fully understand it, but it has an effect, you know.
Don't get me wrong, but I like to stick with science instead of superstition.
And that's perfectly fine. To each their own, right?
Right. I like your pictures, though.
Thanks.
So not to be pedantic here, but the Earth is not exactly in the middle between them, because the moon is way closer than the sun. But, you know, I get where she's coming from. Ask about the festival.
What do you make of the festival?
Well, I flew in especially for this.
So you're not from around here?
No, I like to travel with the eclipses. Southern Lights and Northern Lights. I was just in Norway last month, but this event might just be my favourite. Slope City is a pretty charming little town too. Well, at least it used to be.
Ah, so you've been here before.
Yeah, actually came here for the festival in 75. That was one heck of a blood moon, let me tell you.
Cool, so she knows about 75. What year are we in at the moment, by the way? I don't know. If he... Wait, his dad disappeared in 75, right? And he was 5 back then? And he said it's been 18 years, right? So it's what now? 1993? Ask about the lunar eclipse.
I get why eclipses are cool. They're rare and interesting to look at. But it feels like people are reading far too much into it.
Well, when was the last time you saw a total lunar eclipse?
Maybe 10, 11 years ago? And another one when I was 5, I think.
What are you now? 20-something? So, 11 years ago, you were still a kid. But now that you're older and more aware of the world around you, maybe you'll get it. Compare the world before and after the blood moon, and see if you can notice any significant differences. You know, they say the one tonight's gonna be special.
Yeah, I heard it's supposed to be longer.
And much more powerful.
Powerful. What does she make of Space Blank Charlie?
Do you know Mr. McGee over there?
Well, we share the square, and he gave me a pamphlet. But other than that, not really. I kind of feel sorry for him. He really believes all these conspiracy theories. Must be a hard life, being afraid all the time like that.
Yeah, you know he used to be CEO of a successful company.
No shit. Wow. Well, that's why I don't do any of that corporation bull. Far less stressed that way.
And ask about 75.
There was another blood moon here in 75.
Yeah, I was actually here to see it. I think I was probably about your age then. It was a great festival, and people from all over were here. We went really hard with all the partying too. I actually met my husband here. Well, ex-husband. He turned out to be a total bore after a few years. Anyway, that was my first proper adult blood moon. Loved it. Although, I heard someone had an accident that day. Died, I think. And come to think of it, looking at the town now makes me realize how different it is.
Yeah, Slope City hasn't exactly thrived since 75.
It's sad, yeah. But think about it. A big change came to this town at the same time as the blood moon. Coincidence? I think not.
Alright.
See ya!
Bye.
That's an impressive collection of crayons. The composition is really nice.
You know, I'm not gonna throw everything at everyone here. But why not show her this?
It looks pretty sturdy.
Never mind. Just gonna have a short guess here if anything here looks like it might be useful with her. I don't think so. So let's have a look at him. And the
How to
books.
protect yourself from chemtrails.
damn.
Materials for mind control shielding. Stop vaccinating your kids now.
Oh god. No, don't do that. Space blanket. Can I just yoink it?
Space blankets are made out of a special material that astronauts use to keep out heat and radiation.
Hey, don't touch those!
I can't believe this guy used to be CEO of Pompous Compass. I wonder what happened to him.
Alright, let's listen to that guy.
Hello, my name
Have you
is...
found it?
Found what?
My shield hat. Make it stop!
Make what stop?
Make what stop? What are you talking about?
Mind control signals, they're everywhere. Can't you feel them? Oh, they're everywhere.
Head.
What's this hat you're talking about?
It insulates the brain from electromagnetic and telepathic impingement.
You mean a tinfoil hat?
Don't be ridiculous. It is made out of 3 millimeter thick aluminum of the highest purity. I must get it back.
Couldn't you make one out of those space blankets over there?
Wrong material.
All right then, did you see who took your hat?
Little monsters in armor. They had shields and weapons.
That sounds like Terry Clark's gang. I know where to find them. If I get your hat back, will you answer some questions for me?
Whatever you need.
All right, I guess I'm getting this man's hat back. Terry Clark and her gang usually hang around the basketball court. I should check there first.
Can I not ask him other things? Space blanket.
How much for a space blanket?
Can't think.
Okay. Probably with everything, right?
Can you tell me about Pompous Compass?
Can't.
Alright.
I'll be back.
What else? Water
Every
fountain?
time we came here, my dad would let me
make
throw a
it
coin into the
stop.
fountain for good luck. No coins in there today, though.
Do I have anything to throw in there? Not really. Theater.
The Theater of Dreams. One Last Time. A play directed by Hubert Cumberstone.
Oh damn, back door's open.
I can't just waltz into the theater without a good reason. I don't know anybody there.
Alright. Make sure we're not missing anything. Theater. Can I look at these kites? No. Ooh, the
People are
crowd.
already gathering for the Blood Moon Festival tonight.
And at this? No. Alright. Basketball court, huh? Hang around with some gangsters. Oh shit.
Such a shame what happened to Stanton Park. This used to be such a great place. I remember my dad and I coming here every day when I was a kid. I could barely reach the basket with the ball, but it was the thing we did together.
There's not even a hoop. There's not even a hoop.
Such a shame. The mayor really let this place fall apart. My dad would hate to see the shape the court's in now.
Is there gonna be capitalism critique in here? I hope so, but I did not expect it. Queen Terry. Wait, let's have a look around here first before we interact with them. I guess there's nothing else. Oh damn, can we go to the sewers? Meet up with the turtles? Okay, nothing else but Queen Terry.
That little brat has Charlie's hat.
Nice rhymes.
Hey there, Terry.
Halt! You will address the queen with the proper horrific.
Do you mean honorific?
That's what I said. Horrific.
Ah, forget it. All right. Hello, Your Majesty.
Oh, hi, Ginger. Has anyone ever told you that you look like strawberry shortcake?
Haha, very funny.
Charlie's hat, queen. Charlie's hat.
Nice hat you've got there. Doesn't it belong to Charles McGee?
It's mine now. Spoils of war.
A queen needs a crown.
Soils of war.
Come on, Charlie needs the hat back.
Threatened to tell her mother. Queen?
So, you're a queen, huh? Queen of what?
I am Terry Clark, the magnificent Queen of Slope City, protector of the 7 kingdoms, and banisher of redheads. Tell me, is it true that gingers have no soul?
They have a freckle for every soul they stole.
She has the 3 freckles. What the fuck? Off a crown.
I have this bucket. Could you use this as a crown?
You call that a crown? A queen must have a golden crown.
How dare you insult Her Majesty with this bucket?
Bucket.
I'll have to make this bucket look more like a crown somehow.
Alright, cool. I guess we're threatened to tell her mother.
Terry, your mom won't be happy when I tell her about this.
I am the queen. Your empty threats do not scare me.
You will bow before the queen, commoner.
Yes, bow, Commander.
Besides, she would never believe you. She's so clueless.
Almost as clueless as you.
Later.
Alright. So we got this bucket and we make it into a queenie bucket. Can I paint it?
I don't want to write on that.
Alright. I feel like we need golden color. Can I use this purse
There
somehow?
are many uses for a knockoff fancy purse.
She said it needs to be golden. So I guess we walk around some more, try to find some other spots. Ooh, maybe we can use the colors from her. She's got about 1 billion colors. Can I borrow that shit?
Hi there.
What's up?
I can't ask
See ya.
her.
Bye.
Can I use the bucket on the colors?
No way this will work.
Can I use the bucket on her?
I don't think this will work.
Never mind then. Oops.
I
Alright.
love the colors.
Then we're gonna have a look at the other spots here. Slope City News, Wundershake Tower, and train station. Let's go and check out the train station. Looks cool. Nerdy lady.
This lady looks like she's going on a trip. Hi there.
Oh, hi. Are you going to Draketown for the symposium as well?
What symposium?
The Geographical Symposium, of course. I'm writing an article about it for the Slope City Journal.
Peggy.
Slope City Journal, huh? Do you know Peggy Wolf?
Oh, yes. Very ambitious, that girl. I like her energy. Good writing skills, too. Is she a friend of yours?
Yeah, sort of.
Uh-huh. Well, she's a keeper, that one.
Alright, symposium.
If you're going to the symposium, you must know a lot about this region?
You could say that. What I don't know, I can look up in this book. San Gallardo, Chronicle of Settlements, published in 1974.
Ooh.
Very few copies exist, you know. I found it in my mother's things after she passed away.
Oh, sorry to hear.
No, don't worry. It was a few years ago, but thanks.
Can I borrow that? Borrow a book. Cool. We wanted to find out about settlements pre-75.
Any chance I could borrow that book of yours?
No, sorry. This was my late mother's and it means the world to me. But I'm happy to use it to help you if you want.
Mm-hmm. Missing train station?
Do you know anything about a train station that used to be part of the express line?
I'm afraid I know nothing about train stations. But if you give me an old place name, I can look it up for you in this book.
Maybe I can
See you
use
later.
the map on her.
Hi there.
Hi again.
What?
See you later.
Use map on Slope City Reporter.
Hi there.
Hi again.
Okay, I guess I can't.
See you later.
A
map of...
I don't know if I can ask for specific names. Maybe we get to know about names that have of train stations that have been here somewhere, and we have to find one that's not on here anymore, and then ask her to look up that specific name in her book.
Looks like this bus is going to Draketown.
All right, let's enter here.
Do not leave your baggage unattended. For security reasons, unattended baggage will be removed and destroyed. Using our patented
Oh my God.
implosion system.
Unattended baggage detected. Danger, danger. Bag must be destroyed. Exterminate, exterminate, exterminate.
Whoa!
I hope that's not her bag. I feel like this Armani bag can come in handy here at one point. Clock.
Time waits for no one, does it? If I put a bag on the floor here and leave, the security bot will probably destroy it.
I can't go any further? But what's the point of doing that? I feel like I have to put something into this bag first, then give it to the security bot. Maybe that's how we destroy the security bot and can roam around here a little more freely. But I don't think we have anything here that would help destroying it. Maybe the Wundershake.
I'll save this
All
in
right.
case I get hungry. I don't want to set...
Yeah, I don't think so far. But okay. Talk to
I
this
better
lady.
not bother her.
I don't talk to her. Speaker.
Unattended baggage will be destroyed.
I've always wondered if they actually follow through. Unattended baggage, reduced to a pile of dust.
Maybe we need something to be dusted. Ticket teller.
Guy in there might know something about the 13th station.
He's old enough.
Excuse me?
Yes?
Security system, missing train station. What is the time? Security system.
Fancy bag security system you got there.
Top of the line Greystone 5000. It's never failed once.
But are you worried about false positives?
Like what?
Like innocent people getting their bags destroyed while using the bathroom?
Oh, we take security very seriously. At Slope City Station, we don't wait, we detonate.
But there has never been a bomb
All
attack
right.
in Slope City. Ever.
Exactly. Why do you think that is? People like us, behind the scenes, making the world a safer place.
All right.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Sharks swim in water. There's water in my toilet, so I don't go to the toilet anymore. Else I could be eaten by a shark. What the fuck? Missing train
I
station.
wonder if you could help me with something.
Go on, I don't have all day.
All right. So I heard that the San Gallardo Express used to have 13 stops.
The San Gallardo Express is a 12-stop line. Always was, and always will be.
But the article said...
Now move on. You're holding up the line.
Line? What line?
Dodgy little motherfucker.
Nobody here.
Oh shit! Hey, wait, there was another one. Aww.
Hello? Where did you go? That's strange. He must be hiding something.
Yeah, I kind of got that.
The guy in there might know something about the 13th station.
Shit. We had another question for him.
They keep an actual security bot in there.
Okay, like, my bag obviously is what I need to use here. I can probably get more bags, because, what was her name? Shit. The girl at the junkyard, she had a whole box filled with fake bags. So we can probably put something in here and just test it out, but for the moment I don't think we have anything to put in here, so we can't actually do anything else, so let's get back out again.
Looks like this bus is going to...
Is there anything else we can do here? It feels like we're already seen this whole place. So we can talk to her about special places once we get to know the name of these places. And we can probably somehow destroy this bot. And maybe that gets the ticket teller to come out again. And we can ask him another question. He was pretty dodgy. So let's get to the Wundershake Tower. Damn. Oh, there's one of these honey symbols. Karen symbols?
Fix the basketball court!
Give us back our sport! Fix the basketball court!
Nice costumes. Cool. Alright, I can dig it. Can I join? Protest girl.
I agree with them. It's a shame what happened to Stanton Park. Hi there. Thanks for fighting for Stanton Park. It really means a lot to me.
You got it, buddy.
Alright.
Back our sport! Fix the basketball court!
Finally, somebody's standing up for Stanton Park.
Basketball court!
Uh,
Back our sport! Fix the basketball court!
Give us back our sport!
can't do anything else with these? Wundershake
The
car.
mayor's car. He's making a real statement with that.
Give us back our sport!
This looks like it's the same symbol as here, and this is one of these Karen language symbols, I think. Ooh, car fuel tank? Well, don't mind
As
me.
much as I like the idea of sticking it to the mayor, I really don't have a reason to carry gas around right now.
Guess we're gonna get a reason once we get back to the junkyard, because there is this, this generator that was running
I
out.
bet the fuel tank has gas in it.
Fix the basketball court!
Well, alright.
Cyril Wanderbrust was working with my dad before he vanished. I've always wondered if he knew more than he was letting on. I'm not going in there without a plan in place.
Wait, I can't do anything else?
Wanderbrust Tower. I don't want to go in there right now.
Okay. We are kind of running out of things to do here. So let's go back to the junkyard. Oh, and yeah, we were supposed to talk to our neighbor. Right. Is the... It's still going. Oh, never mind.
Darn it, not again. Stupid hardware.
I should ask Sierra if she needs any help with the generator. It's overheating, and the tank is empty. I should cool it down and get more gas.
Cool it down? How the fuck am I supposed to cool it down?
I should ask Sierra if she needs any help with the generator. Sierra Jones. Hey, Sierra, you will not believe what I've got to tell you.
What?
My dad might still be alive, Sierra.
Seriously? How?
Come on, I'll fill you in.
Are you serious? You're gonna steal some crystal from the mayor and then go on a dangerous trip into the desert? With a person you just met today?
My dad might still be alive, Sierra.
I'm totally with you, don't worry. Just never seen you this enthusiastic. It's like you're suddenly reborn. You know what Bob Dylan says? He not busy being born
is busy dying.
Amen. Happy birthday, my friend. And sorry to hear about our rocket.
That's okay. I have a new mission now.
Generator repair, crashed rocket repair.
Hey, what's up with your generator?
Yeah, can you believe it? I filled it up with diesel just a week ago. Piece of crap.
Yeah, but this rig of yours is not exactly energy efficient.
Hey, what can I say? It's got a brand new Pentium processor.
Oh, shit.
Pentium. That's 586. Can you believe it? If you want a state-of-the-art game, you need state-of-the-art tools. Anyway, do you think you can figure out what's wrong with it?
Sure, I can try. You know, it's funny how things work. If I hadn't crashed my rocket today, I would never have found out that my dad might still be alive.
Yeah. Any idea why it crashed, though? The design looks solid to me. And we know for a fact that the software I wrote is flawless.
Right. I'm not sure. There was some kind of weird electrical discharge that might have damaged it.
Nah, well, don't worry, man. You got bigger fish to fry now.
I do.
All right. We're not getting many new things here. I kind of like that because it doesn't really overwhelm you with stuff, and you know, you gotta get creative with these things. Cooling
I think
tank.
the generator's overheating. I should find a way to cool it down.
I don't know if that's connected to having gas.
I need to find some fuel first.
But I think now I have a reason to get fuel, right? So let's get back to... No, first let's get back home and talk to our neighbor. And talk to her about that woman, the mayor's wife, the dead wife.
Hi again, Mrs. Kandinsky.
How's it going, Elroy?
Zarya Wunderbrust, Crystal, missing train station. Zarya Wunderbrust.
Peggy and I...
Oh, I like the sound of that.
God damn it, man.
About time you met someone.
Come on, Mrs. Kandinsky, it's not like that. Anyway, we've been doing some research, and it turns out Zarya Wunderbrust died the same year my dad disappeared.
Really? 1975, right? Never made that connection.
Can you tell me more about what happened?
Well, you know, I used to date Cyril Wunderbrust, who's now mayor, until he left me for that young little thing, that Zarya. I was heartbroken. Still am, to be honest. That son of a... Anyway, Cyril was suddenly madly in love. It all happened so fast. I was sure it wasn't gonna last. But it did. And he married that girl. Took her to Vegas, the whole deal. Then, one day, I think it was 75, they were up there on top of Wunderbrust Tower. He used to take me there, you know. And if I remember right, there was a total lunar eclipse. Like tonight. And I don't know what happened, but the girl fell from the tower and died.
That's terrible.
I think that to this day, Cyril would do anything to get that girl back.
Do you think there's a connection? My dad and Mayor Wunderbrust used to work together.
I don't know. I never asked him about his work. But I do know one thing. Cyril never lets anything or anyone stand between him and what he wants.
Crystal?
Mrs. Kandinsky, my dad mentioned something called a gate crystal. Mayor Wunderbrust is supposed to have it. You wouldn't happen to know anything about it? It's super important.
Gate crystal. That sounds like something from Cyril's expeditions. But he never really talked about his work. He always did spend a lot of time in his office, though. That's the first place I would look if I were you. I'm not sure they'll let you in, though.
Maybe they don't need to let us in.
Oh, exciting. You know, we once snuck into the marketing director's office at the airline. He had a legendary liquor cabinet from hosting all those important big shots. Our office parties could get pretty crazy, and everything closed real early back then, not like today. Anyway, I do know a little something about breaking and entering.
I didn't say we were going to break in.
Well, whatever you do, I don't judge. Just make sure you don't get caught.
She's cool, man. Missing train station.
Hey, do you remember that the San Gallardo train used to have 13 stops?
To tell you the truth, I never really kept count. Besides, I prefer driving to taking the train. Why are you asking?
Well, apparently there are only 12 stops now, and I'm trying to find where that town is the train has been skipping.
I have no idea. But there's probably someone at the train station who knows. Why don't you ask there?
Yeah, I'll do that. Thanks anyway.
All right.
Gotta go. Bye.
Yeah.
All right, let's head off to Wunderbrust's car again and suck that thing off.